What up, what up, what up? What up with y'all, man? Friday night. Feeling good. Just living life. Ran across another post today. Had something about a female actually saying that women want men to do all these things in order for them to be a wife. But she was explaining that why would someone marry you if you haven't shown them that you are a wife? Same shit I be saying. Same shit I've been saying on all my YouTube videos. But I'm here to break this shit down again because there's levels to this shit. There's levels to this shit. Some people don't understand that no matter how you slice it, you have to take risk. You're going to have to take the risk. You're not going to be able to convince somebody to marry you, more than likely, unless you make them consider that you are a husband or a wife. But a lot of people feel like they got cheat codes. You also got to understand why a lot of people want to be a husband or wife. In the woman's case, a lot of times, or sometimes, she's not wanting to be a husband or wife because of love. It's because of benefits. So really, that's what it really boils down to. Because nobody's slow out here. Everybody's grown. So females understand that they have to make you want to marry them. That's why they play a role. That's why when a lot of women are being fake, a lot of females, I'll take that back, I ain't gonna say women, a lot of females be fake towards a guy and act like she learns the guy and act like the perfect girl that he likes or what he's looking for in a girl, right? Because she understands, just like a man. It's a woman and a man thing. Just like a man acts a certain way to get a woman to fall for him or to give him sex or whatever. Same thing, vice versa. A woman's going to act a certain way to get a man to marry her if she's only out for just gain. See, this is the thing that a lot of people are not understanding. None of these people are dumb. They understand that you got to present yourself as a husband or wife for somebody to consider marrying you. But the issue that we're running into that y'all not looking at is every woman don't want to get married because she's looking for love. Some of them are getting married for the bag. So that's why she's not trying to prove that she's a wife to you and all this other shit. Not because she's retarded and don't have a brain and don't understand the concept that you got to be a husband or wife before you actually are a husband or wife. She just trying to get the bag. But some women out there are confused. Like I said, there's levels to this, man. There are some women out there confused that say, well, I'm not going to be a husband, or I'm not giving wife material. I'm not giving wife benefits to boyfriends. That's because they think the title wife means it holds some type of weight. But actually, in reality, the man and the woman are the ones who make up the husband or wife. They're the ones who make up the marriage. The marriage don't make the husband or wife. The husband or wife makes the marriage. So some people out there who are confused don't understand this concept. They think that there's some magic jump and the title means everything, and you automatically, once you get married, you become this solidified husband or wife and can't do no wrong, and you're just so different and so great and all this other shit. You're the same person you was before you got married. Whatever that was. If you was a husband or wife, then you're probably going to work and you're going to have a great marriage. If you wasn't, and you think that the marriage is going to catapult you into this great superhuman female or male, you ain't going to make it. Because you already missed the whole damn jewel of the whole damn gem of the whole thing. You should have already been trying to be husband or wife before you got married. Just like you should already be trying to be a father before you have a kid. Having a kid, putting a kid in a woman don't make you a father. It's who you are and how you are towards your kid that makes you the father or the mother. Some woman on that post said, I did do wife material duties and he still cheated. Now, like I said, this is deep. There's levels to this shit. Just because you do the right thing and you present yourself as a husband or wife to somebody, it doesn't mean that they see you as that. This is another thing that people fumble on. They feel like, well, I like this person, so I'm going to prove to them that I'm a husband or wife, and they're going to pick me. Or they should pick me. Why wouldn't they pick me? And you're right to a certain extent. If they got somebody who feels that way towards them, why wouldn't they pick them? But the problem is, other people might feel that way towards them, or they just simply don't feel that way towards you. So what happens with a lot of people is they feel like I didn't put in that effort and nothing came out of it, because they feel like you have to prove yourself you have to present yourself and prove yourself as a husband or wife to become husband or wife. And this is correct. However, if it's from the wrong person, it means nothing. You're investing in something that is not giving you back an investment, a good investment. It's like, any other investment. It's like any other investment. You invest in something, and if it ain't producing good, then it means nothing. It doesn't matter how much. You have $1 billion, but if you put it in some shit that's worth nothing, now you ain't got $1 billion no more. You ain't got nothing. See that? Same thing with people. Same thing with people. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if you are like that one girl who put in all the wifey duty and still got cheated on and all this, you got to understand that you have to find somebody that's worth the risk, and you got to take the risk. You can't be like, well, since I put in all this effort and it didn't get me a husband or wife, it didn't get me to become a husband or wife, or get me a husband or wife, either or. I'm not doing that again. Everybody up front got to prove everything. Why would somebody marry somebody that has not proven that they're a husband or wife? They're not going to do that. So you have to find somebody that's worth the risk. And if somebody's not worth the risk, why are you dealing with them? They're not worth it. If they're not worth the risk of, you whatever, get hurt or whatever, they not worth that risk, why are you dealing with them? You go to work or you do certain things in life that could be dangerous, or you might fail at or whatever, because it's worth the risk, right? Well, it's the same thing with a woman or man. You got to find somebody worth the risk. Being a great woman or man or wife material or husband material, whatever, that don't guarantee that you're going to last forever with somebody. It doesn't even guarantee that you're going to get married. But it's necessary. It's a catch-22. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Unless you do and you actually get the right person. Only thing you could do is, all right, they not reciprocating back. the same energy I'm reciprocating, so let me just leave them alone. That's all you could do. That's all you could do. But you must make sure, you must try your hardest to make sure that they're number one, meaning they are your biggest fan. That's about the only best way that you can actually work in a relationship. Both people got to feel this way. Like, I'm her number one fan, he's my number one fan, whatever. Ain't nothing better than this. That's the only way. This is why people you see out here getting hurt by the same person, it could be a bum or whatever, and they stick with a person because they feel that that person is the best for them, or they don't think they can get better. They don't think they can do better than that person. So they stick with them. Sometimes they shouldn't, but this is why they do it. A lot of dudes, but I ain't paying for this, I ain't doing that. Women, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that. All this and all that. Another thing I would like to point out when I say this shit is, I told that girl who said she did all the wife stuff and he cheated, I said he fumbled you. But if you start saying I ain't doing nothing for nobody until they prove this or that, you're gonna fumble somebody. You're gonna fumble the right person. Just like he fumbled you, you was the right person, right? You're gonna end up fumbling somebody. Because you're gonna come across the right person and you're gonna be in this mindset that I ain't gotta prove nothing. If they really wanted me, they would try to talk to me. I've had a girl say this before plenty of times in my life. You know what I mean? You act like you didn't want me, but you was acting the same way. Or actually, sometimes they just full of shit when they say that shit. Because if they really liked you, they would have still. I know women, even if that was the case, they still would have tried to get at you. But I forget how she said that shit. It was so long ago. I don't remember how she said it, but something along the lines of, you wasn't going hard enough for me, or didn't seem as interested, or I ain't chasing this or that. This is what a lot of females think. They think if you're not bound down to them like a bitch and begging for them and shit, that you're not the one. But meanwhile, a man who's thirsty as hell for sex and just acting like he's the one and acting like he's all up on her ain't even the one. And that's why a lot of times they pick the wrong guy. Maybe if that woman was reciprocating back, that right guy that was actually really interested, but he didn't see that much reciprocation, might have been the right one versus the one that's faking. Same vice versa. Sometimes men feel like the woman ain't doing enough, so she ain't the one, and this thirsty girl who's plotting and scheming is, but she could be the wrong one. She's just plotting and scheming. So not much more to say about it. You guys, if you're not one of those people who don't really care about love and you're just trying to get married for money, or you're just doing it because you want benefits from somebody, then I guess the rules don't apply to you. But people who are trying to do those things, should I say, you need to understand that about half, at least half of the population is not in it for love. They're not trying to get married or deal with people for love. It's more of a benefit for them. So in other words, they know that they're supposed to present themselves as a husband or wife to you to make things go further and all this shit, but they don't want to do it because that's not their intentions. Their intention is to get from you, not for you to benefit from them. They can care less about that. They can care less about it. Only a fool would marry somebody who don't act like they're a husband or wife to them. I mean, that's ludicrous, man. And you really got to get to know people and go through shit anyway before you get married, and at least live together a little bit or spend the night on weekends or something. There's got to be some filling out, just like boxing. Now, in boxing, you got to fill out shit. Same thing. You got to fill each other out. It's the same thing. But as far as the females who think that they ain't got to do nothing, I'm talking to the ones who actually want something real and they're not just in it for their own gain. You got to understand that if you are one of those women who will actually want something real, but you just confused or something, you got to understand that you're going to have to present yourself. You have to be the wife before you're actually the wife. He has to be the husband before he's actually the husband, vice versa. So if you don't see that, then withdraw your wife benefits and then find somebody else to give them to. But don't become this person who basically make people feel like you're not interested in them or you're no benefit to them. See, you could be worth so much as a woman or man, but when you say, I ain't doing nothing unless you do this or you got to prove that, you become like the rest of them. You become basic like the rest. And like she said in that video, then when Susanna gets married, you wonder why. That's why. People are lying to y'all, man, telling you that, don't do shit. If a man really wants you, he'll move a mountain and marry you and all this crazy shit. Yeah, okay, that's one side of it. What's the other side? There's an if to that. Yeah, a man will move mountains for you if you prove that you should have mountains moved for you. They don't want to do that, though, because most of these females or people in general are not in it for love. They're in it for gain. So, it's not that they don't know that you gotta be a benefit of you gotta be the benefit. You gotta be the benefits of marriage to get married. They know that concept. They're not dumb. That's why they be running game on people, treating them perfect and then showing their true colors. If they didn't understand the concept that you have to be this great person in order to be looked at great, or in order to be looked at as husband and wife material, if they didn't understand that concept, they wouldn't be running so much fucking game on people, presenting themselves as this perfect person or a person that they know that this person wants out of a person because they study them. So just understand these people know what's going on. They just don't want to do it, or they got plans and plots. Plain and simple, man. The right woman or man is going to reciprocate to you. Period, point blank. I'm out.